Hello, I'm Dan America from Q103, and this is DJ Supreme. And today on Hollywood Blockbuster Video, we're going to be discussing The Last Dragon. Now, first, let me tell you...
sound effects needed here.
Well, let me tell you about the rating system. Now, it is in theory that I am telling people how much they should be paying for their movies, and
Okay.
I think that a movie should be no more than $10.
Okay.
So the way that you rate this movie, it has to be anywhere from $1 or $0 to $10. $10 being the highest score a movie can get.
I would say $10 for The Last Dragon. It was a great movie. It mixed in different, you had a little martial arts in there.
Yeah.
You had a little comedy. You had a little romance. What more can you ask for?
See, I'm going to give it $9.
Okay.
And the reason why is The Last Dragon is one of those movies where you think there's going to be boobs, and there's no boobs.
Yeah. They kind of got you. What was the lady's name that he was chasing after?
Oh.
I can't remember her name. I know she was beautiful.
But she had
You saw he was doing it. Yeah, she
on.
Definitely had 80s hair. A lot of 80s. Showing up had 80s hair going on.
I think Last Dragon had some of the most like 80s moments in it. Or like,
Absolutely.
Or at least they really captured the culture.
Absolutely.
But I do have some unanswered questions about The Last Dragon. Like, what was in that tank?
I have no idea. I knew that was coming too. I think it was like piranhas, or maybe it was some 80s futuristic animal or something like that. They thought, I don't know what that was.
When I was a kid, I actually used to have nightmares about
whatever
what was in that tank.
And why didn't it like bite him, whatever was in that tank? He like forces his head in the tank and then pulls it out. Oh my God.
But every other time they're shoving things in the tank and...
Yeah, that tank definitely was an interesting highlight of the story.
And, of course, you know, everyone loves the glow in that movie.
Yes. I think the glow signified a deeper thing. I think it was a message they were trying to give in that movie. Believe in yourself and all else will work out for you. Because he had the glow the whole time, but he didn't know he had the glow. And everyone else throughout the movie told him that he was the man. I think this is incredibly deep.
And when you're a kid watching that movie in the 80s, it's all about the glow scene.
Absolutely.
You want to see Bruce Leroy catch that bullet in his mouth. And when he does, you know, like...
And the 80s special effects make it perfect. Like...
Yeah, but one disappointing thing about...
it's just my phone.
Well, your phone could not handle the glow.
I know, right?
One disappointing thing about that movie is like, one disappointing thing about this generation in that movie is kids nowadays, people nowadays, they actually think that's Busta Rhymes.
I know. Ever since what was it, the Dangerous video? Busta Rhymes dressed up like Sho'nuff?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah, R.I.P. to Sho'nuff. He died like 2-3 years ago, but that was not Busta Rhymes in the movie. I think Busta Rhymes was probably like 10 years old.
Yeah, that's right, kids. Stop trying to say it.
Well, stop stealing culture, kids.
Other than
that, culture we're talking about.
Other than that, Last Dragon like really gives you a glimpse of like an 80s club.
Yes.
And I always thought it was kind of interesting because it was like a disco, but it wasn't a disco.
It was a modern disco. Okay. See, I think that was the theme. Like I think those clubs back then are better than the clubs now. Like you had a big TV in the back. It probably took like 40 TVs.
No. What was like the
podium like rolled up and down?
What was like the lead female there? Like she's a VJ. She's a host.
She's what we all
singer.
Aspire to be in this building right here. I wish I had a show like that to this day. Like that show was great. It came on TV. It had musical elements. Music guests would actually stop by, and it was the best thing in New York City in the 80s, according to the movies.
So would you say that The Last Dragon was one of the best things to come out of the 80s?
I'll say what was one of the best things to come out of the 80s. What did he say? If you can move your pizza, come on down to Daddy Green's Pizza. They don't do advertising like that anymore.
All right. Now, to close it, a little wrap up here. I
really do think Michael Jackson was the best thing to come out of the 80s, though. Just a side note.
Well, sometimes I say He-Man, but anyway. To wrap up The Last Dragon, you give it a perfect 10.
Yes.
I give it a 9 because you think that there's going to be boobs, but there's no boobs. But was there a nip slip? That's
No,
not
none of
important.
that. This was the 80s. Things
What's-
were innocent.
What's important is, how does that song go? Is it Sukiyaka?
Hooky, hooky, hot shot. Hit me with your, just be good to me. We gotta find that song and put it in the
Oh,
video.
yeah. All right, well, I'm Dead America, this is DJ Supreme, and we're telling you, watch The Last Dragon, and remember, that's not Busta Rhymes in there. This is Hollywood Blockbuster
No
Video.
sound effects needed.
Feel the glow, feel the glow, feel the glow.